Welcome, everybody. Today we have a very special guest.
I knew early on that I wanted to make movies.
It's such a difficult industry because there's a lot of luck involved.
I mean, look at American Werewolf in London, look at The Thing, look at The Fly. Look at these films that have really withstood the test of time.
I sculpted this Captain Kirk mask, and they didn't sell particularly well, but then John Carpenter came in, said, can you paint one white and spray paint his hair black?
I was maybe 9 or 10 years old, and it scared the living shit out of me.
You're just racking up these people that you grew up watching. They're in your films. Is that surreal?
There were 35 directors there. If there had been a bomb dropped on that restaurant, never another good horror movie.
Benet's Bloody Bits.
Welcome to Triple B. My name is Jason Benet, and we're looking at today, April Vinegar Syndrome releases. I'm going to go right to their website and see what they have. I'm excited to check this out. First up, we have a 4K Blu-ray combo pack of Lucio Fulci's Murder Rock. Let's look at the slipcover art. Fantastic. Captures the film perfectly. Got a giallo. So there's the front slipcover. There's the back. Very nice. This is kind of like Lucio Fulci doing a Flashdance, or since it's Fulci, it's more like Slashdance. So yes, a lot of people have bought this before. Not many years ago, it did get a Blu-ray release. I've never bought it on any format, so I'm happy that this is part of my subscription. And let's see what kind of extras we have. A lot. Loaded with interviews, 4K scan, commentary track with film historian Troy Howarth, 40-page booklet essay by Stephen Thrower, Amanda Reyes, Al Cliver. Nice. This is probably the best release of the month from what I can see. Murder Rock, Lucio Fulci. So let's go into the next one. And I said Murder Rock was coming. I said also The Nesting. A lot of people want to argue whether this is slasher film, how Vinegar Syndrome is selling it. I think it's kind of slasher adjacent. I can see why they would throw it in that category. There's the front art. There's the back. There's the memorable artwork from previous releases. Looks like it's also known as Phobia, AKA, so The Nesting. I'm happy to own this one. I previously watched it years ago in a bootleg form, really washed out, grainy. It's almost like I never really watched the film before. So technically, this is the first legit time I'm going to be owning it. And also, the last of the subscription titles is a double feature British horror of Devil Doll and Curse of the Voodoo. Once again, nice artwork. There's the front, the back, the inside. We got some Abraham Lincoln looking dude with the doll. These are always creepy. Even if a doll doesn't look creepy, these films work on that level. So yeah, Devil Doll, Curse of the Voodoo. Those are the mainline titles that are part of everybody's subscription. And now here's some add-on titles. We have a VSA of Igor and the Lunatics. This is a trauma title. I always enjoy these. There's always going to be something interesting when you go down Traumaville. So there's the front, the back, the inside art. Yeah. I say keep going down the trauma road. Vinegar Syndrome. I always like picking these up. So I will get this at a discount. It is 4,000 copies. So that should last a while, but I'm not going to wait. I'm going to pick it up. This one's surprising, not by the title, but what sub-label they decided to put it underneath. Drop Zone with Wesley Snipes and Gary Busey, the Paramount Pictures release. And it's not a VSU, but it's with Cinematograph sub-label, which tends to be more smaller films in general, but this is a surprise. There's a good look at the art. Yeah, I'm curious to know how they decide these things. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of the film, so it doesn't really matter to me. There's 3 different ways to pick it up: limited edition slipcase, a slipcase plus a John Badham on directing, a paperback book, and a parachuter's toy. There's also a slipcase and the parachuter's toy. I'm not really big into the novelty knick-knack stuff. I don't have room for that. And I wasn't a big fan of that film. Controversial title from Distropix, Last Tango in Paris, starring Marlon Brando. If you do not know the history of the film, you might want to look it up. Has to do with Brando and the actress here. I'll just leave it at that. I can't say it's something I'm interested in. Only 2,000 units, and they've almost sold half. This is not going to make it to the weekend. Last Tango in Paris. So let's look what we have. We got Murder Rock, The Nesting, Devil Doll, Curse of the Voodoo, Igor and the Lunatics, Drop Zone, Last Tango in Paris. Let's go into the Sizzle reel and let that get us excited. Here we go.
I think you're just plain nuts. You know, touched in the head.
I mean, I told you about watching too much of that Oprah shit.
I couldn't let him go and marry a whore.
If you hot dog on me, you're gone.
Death will be quick and immediate.
You're dismissed.
Help me!
What do you want?
She was killed.
Who was killed?
Don't
Didn't we go through this last Halloween?
You just go on dancing without giving a damn that Susan's dead.
Please don't be patronizing. I may be sick, but I am not retarded.
I don't believe in any kind of cultism or blind devotion to religious causes.
You make me laugh.
I need a drink.
They found the evidence in your room!
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! I love it! I love it! What a ride! What a ride!
What a ride. What a ride. So there is the promo trailer. Now let's go into, it's April 1st. What's the April 1st joke going to be this year? Looks like it's a Frisbee. And on the back is a disc. Frisbees are also called discs, so get it, a disc underneath a disc. And it's called the Proprietary Secret Tech Throwing Disc. $25. That's something you want to key on. Last year was $25, and it was a Blu-ray. So it looks like it's a Blu-ray this year, not just the slipcover. And let's check out this trailer. See what we got here.
Good morning, and happy April 1st. Not what you were expecting, right? Well, over this past year, we've heard a lot of feedback from you, our valued customers. And it made us think. We've taken a deep look at your concerns and at ourselves. It's clear you want something else. Limited edition slipcovers? Lame. Never before released movies? Who needs them? POG revival program? Sounds great. What's a POG? We hear you loud and clear, and we're changing. From this moment on, Vinegar Syndrome is all business. We've taken a look at ourselves from top to bottom, left to right, up and down, and inside to outside. And we've eliminated everything that's not essential. No more fun. No more shenanigans. No more casual Fridays. No more beach trip Wednesdays. No more Oscar. And we've canceled April Fools. All this as we recommit to preservation, archiving, and restoration, or PAR for short. Actually, no more acronyms. We are serious and we are very committed. This is the new Vinegar Syndrome, and we look forward to serving you with the very best in underseen genre cinema. If you want fun, go buy a Frisbee.
I like how they play this really serious, obviously taking little swipes at things. But where's Oscar? I think Oscar will be back. Oscar Becker or Betcher. So there we go. So we have those releases. Let's go to the partner labels real quick. It will be real quick because normally they don't have anything I want. And looking over these, the only thing that would interest me, but I don't think it's something I need to own, but it is a really good movie and I recommend it, from Magnolia Pictures, is Severance. Kind of like Office Space slasher film. So there's this really good artwork for it. I do recommend it, from the 2000s. Really well done slasher film. But yeah, that's it for partner labels. I'm not going to spend too much time in there. But let's just do a recap. So the mainline releases are 4K Blu-ray of Murder Rock, 4K Blu-ray of The Nesting, Blu-ray double feature of Devil Doll Curse of the Voodoo, from VSA Igor and the Lunatics, from Cinemagraph Drop Zone, from Distrapix Last Tango in Paris. Also, if you go to the Mescaline website, the adult part of the Vinegar Syndrome, there's a couple new releases there. And that's that. I think it's a really strong month. Let me go ahead and get out of here and just go to what we really want to know about is, were you guys happy with the Vinegar Syndrome releases so far this year into April? I'm going to look ahead to halfway to Black Friday, which is in May. And we have a tease, and I think I might have a clue what they could be. This is just shot in the dark, I guess. We have a 4K UHD debut of a 70s horror masterpiece. Now, 70s, that's loaded with great films. And masterpiece, well, it's all in the eye of the beholder, what you think is a masterpiece or whatever. But again, I want to kind of key on Paramount. That's a big title coming from that studio. Vinegar Syndrome can get in there and grab some movies. I think it's going to be Let's Scare Jessica to Death. Previously released on disc, believe it was by Scream Factory on Blu-ray, but perhaps the rights ended, but also it's 4K. So it's more of a 4K than it is a Blu-ray release. It's its debut. So my guess for that one is Let's Scare Jessica to Death. And for the 90s, we have another UHD debut of a 90s horror classic. I really think that's going to be The Relic. No, it was based off a book or a series of books, and the movie's quite different. Some people are disappointed by that. That's usually going to be the case with these kind of things. The movies are, not going to be as good as the books. But I saw it in theaters way back in the 90s, and I enjoyed it. So I really think Let's Scare Jessica to Death, The Relic. The other two, it's more, vague. Two Secret Surprise UHDs. So that's going to be, halfway to Black Friday, closer toward the latter half of May. But I'm happy with my subscription. I know a lot of people feel burned by what's come out because I feel like there's too many re-releases, but there's still been a lot of new-to-disc stuff. There are re-releases, and luckily I don't buy everything. I've learned something probably in the last 5 to 7 years is you have to really second guess buying everything. Especially if you're a subscriber, you look at some Code Red movies or different boutique labels that release stuff, and there's a really good chance it could get upgraded to 4K. If you're not a big 4K person, the Blu-ray ends up with it. But I've kind of gotten tired of double dipping, triple dipping. So I kind of just have patience and let things, fall where they may. That didn't make any sense. Fall where they may. But anyways, yeah. So you kind of have to have, wait and not have that knee-jerk reaction and get that FOMO. And you have to buy everything right out the gate because you end up paying literally financially and end up selling it or selling the new copy because you don't need it twice. So as a collector, patience is a virtue. It's a key. That's all I can say is just hold off. If you really want something, get it when you want it, but, have patience. That's the key. That's what works best for me. Give yourself some leeway. So a lot of these labels, whether it's Scream Factory, Code Red, even Synapse or Blue Underground, I just kind of wait. I remember Murder Rock came out with a beautiful slipcover for Blu-ray, and I went to buy it, and I kind of held back, and I'm glad I didn't buy Murder Rock, because now I got a 4K Blu-ray combo coming, and I never need to buy the movie again. But thank you guys for watching. Stay scared, buy some physical media, and talk to you soon.